After waiting half a month after passing my technical interviews, I unfortunately had some bad news shared to me. Before I jump into that though, let's just go over some of the numbers that y'all are here for in terms of what I made, how much I spent, and where I'm putting my money towards as a 22-year-old making around $90,000 a year in a medium cost of living city. Starting with my income, I put $1,510.59 into my 401k, $131.25 into my HSA, and took home $1,650.91. All pretty standard stuff, nothing out of the ordinary here. In terms of rent, I paid $1,587. For transit, I paid $15, a little bit early of a start compared to the rest of the Transfer Tuesdays that I usually have, so there's that, as well as $41.76 towards groceries. This is a story for another time perhaps, but really it is a combination of me accidentally buying more protein than I really needed last week, as well as having some pretty terrible grocery deliveries recently. In terms of miscellaneous purchases, I spent a little bit more than I expected for the first 6 days of the month, but I spent $139.64 on some miscellaneous purchase on Amazon. In terms of funds, I took out $158.07 to pay my hospital bills for this month. With all that being said, let's go over the situation that I am currently facing. So, at the company that I currently work for the first 2 levels of engineering, there are individual kind of steps in between. These are usually not full levels in between, but usually measure some level of change in competency. For me, I'm currently at level 1, step 1, or maybe step 2, but pretty much at the bottom of the ladder. The role that I interviewed for and the interview that I passed was for a level 2, step 1 position. So a whole level up and skipping 1 step. Now, in the past, this would have been completely fine, albeit raise some eyebrows from HR, but it seems like with a recent change in internal policy, that's no longer going to be the case. My situation is a little bit different because they haven't actually written up the formal offer, and they might be able to shift around the level that they hire me at, although that still isn't ideal either. For some of my colleagues though, they passed the interviews, were expecting an offer, and then got hit with that HR update. The main problem really is that because we're going from level 1, step 1, skipping level 1, step 2, and jumping straight to level 2, step 1, I know, a lot of numbers there, this is a problem because we're essentially jumping, 2 steps, according to the company. In place of this, it really seems that there is an either-or situation where you either have to be level 1, step 2, or you need to have 3 years of experience before you're able to make that jump to level 2. Now, the level 2 base qualifications do call for 3 years of experience, but this has not been something that's been enforced in the past and really doesn't accurately describe the amount of competency that you actually need for that role. What's even more frustrating is that in internal documentation, they say that time in a particular role does not equal competency, but it doesn't seem to go the other way around. So now I guess I'm kind of in a bit of a purgatory where I can't actually receive an offer for the level that I passed an interview for, solely because of the fact that I am not at the adequate next level that they're looking for, and I don't have the years of experience, of course, to back that up. Even though, admittedly, in their own papers, they don't really care that much about the years of experience. Now, there is a little bit of wiggle room still where I can try to negotiate down to a level 1, step 2 offer and still be a bit of a promotion, but it's not really the promotion that I was looking for, and it's not the promotion that I passed the interview for in the first place. It really feels like I'm being punished, really, for overperforming. I could be wrong with some of these details. This is something that I really just found out in the middle of the day today, and I'm still trying to process it, and I'm still trying to get more information from my manager as well as anyone who might know some more information about this in order to get a better idea of my path moving forward. This is definitely a setback for me, but I think the one saving grace is that my early retirement efforts, thankfully, don't rely on me managing to actually land this level 2 offer off the rip this year. Of course, this does translate to a lot of money over time, hundreds of thousands of dollars by the time that I'm early retired, and millions probably by the time that I'm 65. But I guess what can you do in this economy, I guess? I didn't really expect to be hit with the amount of jadedness that I have over the industry less than a year in, but I guess that's how corporate America is. So I'll definitely be sharing any updates that come in moving forward, but it looks like my big promotion that I was kind of expecting is going to take a while longer. In any case, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.